Top 10 African countries with the most powerful intelligence agencies. Pakistan shockingly has the world's most powerful intelligence agency in the world. Despite the likes of Mossad, CIA and the rest, Africa is also not left behind. Here is the list of the top 10 countries with the most powerful intelligence agencies in Africa. Number 10. Tanzania. The Tanzania Intelligence and Security Service is the national intelligence and security agency of Tanzania. The agency works closely with other national and international intelligence agencies and security organs in promotion and maintenance of peace, safety, and security in and outside Tanzania's borders. TISS is tasked with not only preventing crime within Tanzania, but also with keeping the regime in power by detecting threats to the government. Tanzania is one of a few African countries that is considered largely peaceful thanks to the tireless agency that works to ensure that crime is detected and stopped before erupting. This includes riots and other forms of violence. Number 9. Ethiopia. Despite the recent unrest in the country, Ethiopia still ranks highly among African countries with powerful intelligence agencies. The agency has the capacity to detect crime, and that's how the nation has always averted criminality until recently. The National Intelligence and Security Service, NISS, is an intelligence agency of the Ethiopian federal government tasked with gathering information of national interest. It is responsible for counter-terrorism in the country by informing the federal police, gathering intelligence for Ethiopian National Defense Force, and providing information to local law enforcement. The NISS is under provision of the Ministry of Peace. It reports to the ministry on tasks and missions. It was re-established in 2013 and renamed the National Intelligence and Security Service. In its over 3 decades of existence, NISS has been accused of making politically motivated arrests, torture, and harassment of journalists who oppose the government's point of views and individuals. The NISS, in its rebranding, allowed for parliamentary oversight in order to control its day-to-day duties. Number 8. Ghana. The Bureau of National Investigations, BNI, is the internal intelligence agency of Ghana. The BNI is an integral part of the National Security Council, which oversees matters of the intelligence and internal security in Ghana. The BNI has investigative jurisdictions to arrest, detain, and interrogate over a wide range of criminal offenses. Among the duties of the Bureau of National Investigations are dealing with organized criminal and financial crime, sabotage, terrorism, hijacking, piracy, drug trafficking, espionage, and providing intelligence to counter threats to Ghana's national security, as well as performing such other functions as may be directed by the President or the Council. The BNI is legally a creature of the Security and Intelligence Agency Act 526 of 1996, having been continued in existence by Section 10 of the Act. The BNI has undisclosed offices in all 16 regions of Ghana. In November 2020, the name was officially changed to the National Intelligence Bureau. Number 7. Nigeria. The State Security Service, SSS, self-styled as the Department of State Service, DSS, is a security agency of Nigeria and one of the 3 successor organizations to the National Security Organizations, NSO. The agency is under the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and it reports its activities to the Office of the NSA. Its main responsibilities are within the country and include counterintelligence, internal security, counter-terrorism, and surveillance, as well as investigating some other types of serious crimes against the state. It is also charged with protection of senior government officials, particularly the President, Vice President, and state governors, and visiting heads of states and governments with their respective families. The SSS has been reasonably successful in performing its primary internal security responsibility. The agency in its early days was credited with the arrest of the Egyptian bomber Omar Omar Mohammed Ali Rizak in 1993 while he was trying to enter Nigeria through the Nigerian-Benin border. Number 6. Rwanda. The National Intelligence Security Service is the internal intelligence agency of Rwanda, and it is ranked among the top 10 most lethal intelligence agents in Africa due to its ability to reduce crime in Rwanda by detecting and averting crime. Crime in Rwanda is relatively low despite cases of burglary, bag snatching, and bugging, which are common crimes literally in every city across Africa, and to me don't necessitate a big army of security like NISS. Despite being complicated by several human rights violations that included extrajudicial killing, torture, detention without trial, and mistreatment of especially opposition members, NISS has greatly transformed Rwanda's internal security. This body, also working along with the Rwanda International Intelligence Agency, that is majorly responsible for decisively dealing with international threats and has extended its arms in most African countries that hosts Kagame's political opponents. Number 5. Uganda. The Internal Security Organization (ISO) is the Uganda government's counterintelligence agency responsible for providing national security intelligence to Uganda's policymakers. It also engages in covert activities at the request of the President of Uganda. Founded in 1986, the organization took over the duties first performed by military intelligence. ISO was established by an Act of Parliament, the Security Organization Act of 1987. Like all intelligence organizations, its main function is to ensure stability and longevity of the state. It does this through monitoring priority government programs and all crucial to well-being of the state, as well as collecting intelligence on locally based groups engaging in or intending to engage in acts of subversion, sabotage, or destabilizing the country. ISO is composed of professional intelligence officers recruited from all over Uganda and trained at its training institute, the Institute of Intelligence and Security Studies. Upon being passed out, the operatives are sworn out to protect Ugandans and their property, and they are deployed all over the country. This intelligence agency has played a major role in averting crime in Uganda, including terrorism. This has earned it a position on the list of the top 10 intelligence agencies in Africa. Number 4. South Africa. The National Intelligence Agency (NIA) was the previous name of the intelligence agency of the South African government. Currently, it is known as the Democratic Branch of State Security Agency. It is responsible for domestic and counterintelligence within the Republic of South Africa. The branch is run by a director who reports to the Director General of the State Security Agency. The director is also a member of the National Intelligence Coordinating Committee. South Africa is one of the few countries in Africa with technology and human capacity to detect and avert crime before it happens. This is due to the high level of training that the intelligence officers receive. The agency's mandate is to play a protective, anticipatory, or early warning role by scanning and assessing the total economic, social, political, and environmental domestic security situation in order to identify and report to policymakers or executive departments any signs or warning signals for threats or potential threats to the constitutional order and people's safety. The agency is currently led by Malodi Sam Murphy. Number 3. Morocco. Morocco has one of the most powerful intelligence agencies on the continent, assigned several duties, among which are to ensure that king is safe on the throne. The General Directorate of Territorial Surveillance is the internal intelligence agency of Moroccan state. It is tasked with monitoring potentially submissive domestic activities and evasion. Prior to 2005, it was known as de la Surveillance du Territoire. The DST is mirrored in many torture allegations and scandals. As early as 2002, the agency is believed to have operated the Timara Interrogation Center, a black site for extraordinary redations and interrogations on behalf of the United States. After the 2003 Casablanca bombings, the DST became involved in controversial interrogations, a method to obtain confession from suspects. After the 2011 Arab Spring protest, the secret detention center is said to have been relocated to the Aini Auda secret prison. Additionally, it has been revealed that the United States paid Morocco $20 million to build a secret detention center sometime in 2004-2006, but this can only be allegations. Despite being complicated by a number of human rights violations, the agency has done a great job in ensuring that crime is averted in West African country to greater extent, and this therefore ranked among the top most powerful intelligence agency in Africa.
Number 2.
The National Security Agency, also known as Homeland Security, is an Egyptian security service, the main domestic security agency in Egypt and the censor of the State Security Investigation Service. Its main responsibilities are counterintelligence, internal and border security, counterterrorism, and surveillance. The agency works under the jurisdiction of the Interior Ministry and it's headquartered in Cairo. It remains the most visible of Egypt's security agencies, and according to one estimate, it has about 1,000 employees and at least as many informants. The old security service has been described as detested and widely hated, and following the 2011 Egyptian revolution, its headquarters were stormed by protesters who made off with records. Since then, the National Security Agency has established itself as one of Africa's top intelligence agencies with highly trained personnel and state-of-the-art equipment.
Number 1.
Kenya. Kenya is believed to have the best intelligence agency in East Africa and later in Africa. The National Intelligence Service (NIS) is a disciplined civilian intelligence agency established under the Act 242 of the Constitution of Kenya of 2010 to be primarily responsible for security intelligence and counterintelligence, besides performing other functions prescribed by the national legislation. The National Intelligence Service, which was previously known as the National Security Intelligence Service, is both domestic and foreign intelligence agency of Kenya, unlike other countries which have entirely separated agencies in charge of security. It had its origins in Special Branch, a department of the National Police that was created in 1952 under the British administration. Among other things, it provided intelligence during the Mau Mau uprising.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell button such that you can be reminded whenever we put a new video. Much love.